back in '79 and left. He said he didn't want to be my daddy no more. True story. But I found him. I'm 31 years old now, and Dad's getting up there. But we out here to support Paul, because Paul's been supporting everybody and their kids for over 20 years, you know. Back when he was fighting in Korea, jumping out of helicopters and drinking Mountain Dew, saying, woohoo, you know. Paul had a dream, you know. I met Paul when I was, what, 14, 15 years old? Long time ago. And I think when Paul met me, he knew exactly what he wanted to do, you know. You see this little 130-pound kid coming into a county jail with murder charges. You know, me being scared, Paul being scared, the system being scared because they didn't know what to do with me. When I walked into jail, they said, "Oh, put him in bed by the desk." That's what they said. They said, "Put him in bed by the desk. We don't know what to do. We can't put him in there. They'll eat him alive." You know. But I went to population, and first person I talked to was Paul. Paul told me he's gonna get me mentally and emotionally prepared for my journey. And ever since then, I had a bond with that man. You know, by the way, his wife makes the best pancakes ever. You gotta try it. But anyway, Paul said to me one day, he said, you know, I'm not gonna hold your hand. I'm not gonna feed you a bottle. You made some decisions in your life that you gotta be a man about, and you gotta be a man real fast. You know, and out of the whole 2.5 years I was in the county jail waiting to go to the big house, Paul was there every step of the way. You know, I thank Paul for his leadership because he made me a leader. You know, he gave me hope. You know, because there's one thing that I found out in prison. Once you lose hope, you ain't got nothing. You know, I don't care how many money orders you get or how many collect calls you can make in 2 hours that you get out of your cell. If you don't got hope, you don't got nothing. You know, and I remember when CTSI was just a dream. It was a dream. It was smoke in the wind. You know, it was just, you know, you can go outside and look at the clouds and say, man, I wish I had CTSI. You know, it was just a dream. You know, and me and Paul, we would ponder. We would talk about the future. Years ago. And when you see a dream become reality, you know the impossible can become possible. But the thing is even in the dream, there's a nightmare. You know, you got snakes. You got people with knives on their gloves like Freddy. You got people stealing. You got people talking, gossiping, you know, who want to run to the media first. You know, I'm going to tell mama, you know. But people forget that there's a purpose for CTSI. There's a purpose for Paul. There's a purpose for us. There's a purpose for this community. You know, I could have easily turned my back on this community when I got out of prison. You know, I put my heart into this community. You know, with nothing. With nothing. Scrounging. Because I love this community. The love Paul showed me is the love that I give back. Paul didn't have to do what he did for me. You know, most of these organizations out here, and I'm gonna keep it real, Lord forgive me, but most of these organizations out here are ran by middle-aged white men that are going bald. That say, hey, look what we do. Creating success stories in the black community. That's just keeping it real. Nonprofits is a business. Let alone, you know, we create a mission statement and we're supposed to stand on it. Because we're supposed to be the people helping people. But with Paul it's different. Paul don't look at numbers. He don't care about what's on that piece of paper. He cares about what are you willing to do for yourself. And that's what separates CTSI from a lot of other places that I've worked at, that I've been around. That's why I don't work there anymore, because I'm very outspoken about the things that I believe in. You know? So I thank God for being here, and I thank Paul for being here. We're out here to support Paul. We're out here to support this community, and I just want to thank everybody for coming out and being present and showing your love and support for a man who greatly deserves it and more. So thank you.
And Steve's wearing the right shirt today, if anyone noticed.